How did you get your father-in-law's approval? My girlfriend Katya warned me 100 times about her father. He's old-school Russian, military background, hates Americans, thinks we're all soft. She showed me a photo of her sister's ex-boyfriend leaving their house with a bloody nose after failing some kind of test. The guy was a banker from Connecticut and lasted exactly one dinner. Papa has this thing, she explained. He and his friends from the factory will challenge any boyfriend to prove himself. Drinking games, arm wrestling, sometimes worse. So I did what any desperate person would do. Started taking Russian lessons in secret, 6 months of practice, Russian podcasts during my commute, Soviet movies with subtitles. Even started hanging out at this Russian bathhouse in Brighton Beach, where old men played cards and complained about everything. The night finally came. Their house in Queens. I brought flowers for her mother. Odd number, never even. That's for funerals. Good vodka for her father. Chocolates for her grandmother. Victor was sitting with 3 other men, all in their 60s, all looking like they could bench press a car. American boy wants to date my Katya, Victor said, barely looking up from his cards. The men were speaking Russian, making comments about my clothes. Too neat. My handshake. Acceptable. My chances. 0. They assumed I couldn't understand. $20 says he throws up before the 3rd shot, one said in Russian. Victor stood up. You know how we do things? You want my daughter, you drink with us. You refuse, you leave. He set down homemade Samagon, probably 140 proof, clear as water, strong enough to strip paint. No Zakuski until I say. No food between shots. Basically a death sentence. First shot. I knocked it back smooth. No face, no cough. The boy didn't flinch, Dmitri muttered in Russian. Second shot, 3rd shot, 4th. My stomach was on fire, but I kept my face neutral. Now we play game, Victor announced. 6 glasses. 5 have vodka. 1 has water. If you get water, you lose. You leave, never come back. In Russian, Pavel whispered, they're all vodka. We just tell him 1 is water. I reached for the closest glass. Downed it. Vodka, obviously. I lose? I asked in English, playing dumb. No, that was vodka. Continue. 5 rounds. 17 shots deep. These old Russians barely swaying while my liver screamed for mercy. He's still standing, Sergei said in Russian. The Connecticut boy passed out after 12. Let's see how he handles truth, Victor replied in Russian. Then in English, you want to marry my daughter? I love your daughter. Love, American word, means nothing. He switched to Russian, talking to his friends. These Americans think love is enough. No understanding of sacrifice, of strength. At least he can drink, Dmitri admitted in Russian. But can he provide? He works with computers, Victor said dismissively in Russian. Soft hands. Katya could have married Alexei, Pavel added. Good Russian boy. Owns 3 auto shops. Victor poured another round. Last test. You tell joke. Make us laugh. You fail. You leave. I stood up, swaying slightly. Started in English. A man walks into a bar. They looked bored. Then I switched to perfect Russian. But seriously, you know the difference between American vodka and Russian vodka? American vodka is like American friendship. Looks clean, tastes like nothing, gives you a headache. Russian vodka is like Russian friendship. Hurts at first, might kill you. But if you survive, you're brothers for life. Dead silence. Victor's shot glass stopped halfway to his mouth. How long? He asked in Russian. 6 months, I replied in Russian. Every morning, every night. You listened to us mock you and said nothing. A wise man speaks when he has something to say. Victor walked over, put both hands on my shoulders. All vodka, every glass. We lied. I know. Pavel explained after the 2nd round. Victor laughed, really laughed. Katya, your American is actually Russian. She ran in, saw me speaking Russian with her father. You learned Russian? Surprise? That's when the room started properly spinning. Victor caught me before I hit the ground. I woke up 45 minutes later on the couch with the worst headache of my life. Victor was sitting next to me. You could have said something earlier. Saved yourself 20 shots. Would you have respected me? No. He paused. You marry her. I give permission. My heart exploded with joy. Victor, the impossible father-in-law, had given his blessing. I stumbled to the bathroom to splash water on my face, already imagining telling Katya the good news. She'd gone upstairs earlier, probably to let her father handle me. I was about to knock on her door when I heard her voice through the thin walls. On the phone, speaking Russian. I froze, my hand an inch from the door. We can't sleep together anymore, she was saying in Russian. I'll tell my boyfriend I got pregnant. My blood turned to ice water, suddenly sober. No, Alexei, listen to me. The same Alexei who owned 3 auto shops. It's getting too complicated. Silence. Then, fine. One more time. But after that, we're done. He's actually serious about marrying me. I stood there, hands still raised to knock. 20 shots of vodka churning in my stomach along with something worse. I walked through the door to confront her. Full story on channel link below.